Hi guys, it's Lisa and welcome to my 2020 bullet journal with me. I know it's already February and I really have no excuses. I've just been really lazy. I did have exams, like quote unquote exams, because I'm in like the full international baccalaureate program, so I don't have any official exams this semester, so I didn't really have any exams. So I guess I was just really lazy and I procrastinated a lot. Because this video is coming out in February, so yeah. But anyway, this is just my 2020 bullet journal with me. I use my same bullet journal as 2019 because like I haven't really used it up yet, because I used it like up until like July of 2019, and then in August I got a new bujo planner. It's like pre-set up. I don't know how else to explain it. And it's just way easier for me because it saves me a lot of time, especially now since I have a job and I have like volunteer work and like sports and everything, so it just gets really hectic to like bullet journal and do all of that at the same time. So that's why I kept with my 2019 journal, because like I didn't want to buy a new one because it would just be a waste of money, and also it's a waste of resources when I already have one that's perfectly good and still usable. So that's why I'm just using my one from 2019. So basically, I was inspired by my, I think, 2018 bullet journal. No, I think it was 2017. Actually, I don't remember. But basically, I was inspired to do a watercolor again. So, in 2018 or 2017, I watercolored like my introduction page for my bullet journal. And looking back now, I was like, wow, I should do that again. So I did that. And I was also inspired by Study Quill's bullet journal with me for 2020 and her like simplistic look. Anyway, just a disclaimer for the watercolor, like I don't do watercolors anymore, so like I'm really bad, and like I had no technique. I just like kind of just like painted stuff on there. But I do like how it turned out though. It was like I didn't use like actual like watercolor paper, so the paper did like just like bend, like I guess I kind of just bended. Besides that, I also did a 20 goals for 2020, which was honestly a lot. And like looking back on it, I haven't really just like focused on any of them, to be honest. I feel like I just write the goals just to like make it seem like I'm gonna accomplish something in the year, when in reality like I never look back on those goals like ever. Probably next year I probably won't do them, or like I'll shorten them down a lot, because 20 was actually a lot to think up with. For the last like 5 of them, I just wrote whatever came to my mind because I didn't really have any other goals. And I'll talk more about my goals at the end, because I think that will be like when my goals will show up. I'm doing this voice recording on my phone, so I don't know how much it will match up with my bullet journal, but we'll see. Hopefully it will match up at least somewhere decently. I also have like a monthly overview for 2020, because I do kind of need that now, especially since I have a lot more projects and due dates like in the future that I want to keep track of and everything. So I just did like a small one. And I also had a 2019 like reflection. So basically what I did was like I kind of drew like Polaroids, but like not really because I can't draw. And so I just like filled them out with like everything that happened in 2019. I don't think I showed it on the video because some of the stuff was and still is personal, so I don't think I showed it that part. And like I said before, I did my 2020 goals, and then I also had my books to read or books read and my shows watched. And right now so I watched one show, which is Elite, which was so good. I highly recommend it. It's like a Spanish like teen drama, and honestly it's like very different than what I expected. I saw like I think like an edited video or like a fan-made edit on YouTube, and I was like, wow, I should watch that. And so I bought Netflix because I didn't have Netflix before, and I just binge watched that show during my Christmas break. It was so good, like one of the best shows that I've ever watched. Good. And I really like Money Heist, but I didn't finish that one. I was on season 3, but my Netflix account was I didn't want my Netflix account to renew itself because I knew that in January I wouldn't have as much time to watch on it, and like I make minimum wage, so I just cancel it for this month. And I think I will renew it when season 3 of Elite comes back. The release date is like March, I think, so I think I'll get it in the month of March again. And I think I also want to watch You, because it's really popular. I've heard my friends talking about it, so I think I'll watch that once I get Netflix again. And then for books read, I did read Call Me By Your Name. I finished that one. I started it I think it was really early last year, but I just never finished it because I'm really bad at reading books now. It takes me forever to read books, and I just have so many books on my bookshelf that I have yet to read, and I bought 2 books yesterday, so I just added more to my books to be read collection. So Call Me By Your Name, it was also very good. I liked it, but it wasn't my favorite, to be honest. A lot of the scenes really sexual, and it was just kind of awkward to read through them. At first it was just kind of like a drag. I didn't really like it as much, but towards the end it was really nice, and I really did like it towards the end. But at first it was just it was meh to me. I think that's why it took me so long to read it, because I didn't really enjoy it at first. And right now I'm reading Morris. It was published in the 1970s. It's set in England, and I think early 1900s or mid 1900s. And basically it's set on a guy who's a college student, and he is gay himself, but because being gay was very devil-like back then, and it wasn't accepted like it is today. Basically, I'm reading through his hardships and his secret relationships with another guy. So yeah, it's really interesting. I do like it so far. I'm about a third of the way through it, and I hope I'll be able to get it done before my semester 2 starts, because I really want to finish a book by then. And also one of my goals was to read a book a month. So, and then for my next book after I finish Morris, I think I'm going to be reading Love Boat Taipei, because that was one of the books that I recently bought, and I'm just really interested in it, especially since it was written by another Asian author, and I haven't read many English books by Asian authors as much, but I feel Asian culture and pop culture and everything has gotten way more popular lately, especially due to K-pop and everything. So it's really nice to see that there are more books and more popular books by Asian authors. Lastly, it's almost been 10 minutes. Oh my gosh. So lastly, I have my savings for 2020. I really do like saving my money. It sounds weird, but just looking at my savings account go up each and every paycheck makes me really happy. And also because I'm going off to university soon, so I'm trying to save money for that, because I want to be able to be less debt than what I would be if I didn't save at all. So that's why I like to save, and also because it is really nice. I do like being financially thorough about what I'm spending and where my money is going. I love keeping track of that. I don't know, it's a weird hobby, I guess, but it's really nice. I know if I'm spending too much, if I'm saving too little, or etc. And besides that, that's all I did during this bullet journal with me for 2020, because I don't actually write my to-do list in there. What I said earlier in this video, I do everything in my Muji planner. So this bullet journal plan with me is basically just for 2020, and that's it. Anyway, back onto my goals. I'll talk about this for a little bit more, and then it'll be the end of this video. I don't want this video to be too long in case it's too boring, you know? I don't know if people will like me just talking for 15 minutes, so let's just talk about my goals real quick. Okay, so my 20 goals for 2020 are, and I'm not gonna list all of them, just some of them are more private. So I want to be more fluent in understanding and speaking French. So I do know how to read and write French pretty well, but my speaking and listening skills are not the best. They're still pretty weak. So I want to improve that. And I would love to travel to a new city. I don't know where, but hopefully I'll be able to go there this summer. And then I love to be able to get my G2 and be able to drive by myself, and that's the thing that I'm really looking forward to, because I will be turning 17 this year. One of my goals is to run under a 4:30 pace for cross country, but I don't think I'll be able to do that. So it's nice writing it down, but I probably won't be able to do that realistically. Another goal of mine was just to apply for university, and a scholarship, and right below it was get into a good program and university. My 10th goal was to make more videos online. I'm pretty much failing at that already because my 2020 plan with me is coming out in February. Yay me! And I want to plan a vacation after I graduate in 2021. You see, like, some of these are just very random because I was just trying to fill it in. And another goal is to read at least 15 books, and hopefully I'll be able to do it because I still have 8 books that I haven't read yet that are on my bookshelf. And I would like to learn how to take criticism more kindly, because I feel like when people criticize me or my work, I do sometimes just reject it at first, or I think of it as a personal attack, when it really 90% of the time it is not. And I would like to just spend more time with friends and family, especially since hopefully I'll get less busy as time goes on, because right now I just don't have a lot of time to hang out with people and everything. And then I would like to journal more often, especially if it's a bad day, because I find that when I journal after I had a really crappy experience at work or at just in my daily life, writing it down makes me more calm and relaxed. And I would like to have a wonderful last high school summer. I can't believe this summer will be my last high school summer ever, and it just makes me so sad to think about it already, because I remember when I was in grade 7 and 8 and high school was just a daunting task for me, and just imagining me and being in high school was just extremely nerve-wracking. But now I'm pretty much in my second last year. Well, I am in my second last year of high school. I will be in my last year of high school in just a couple of months. So it's just crazy to think about that I've grown up a lot. I don't know. And I would just have a good start to the decade. I do feel like I've had a pretty decent start. There have been some iffy days where I'm oh my god, I hate it. There also have been a lot of good days, so I'm really happy for that. So those are my 20 goals for 2020. I probably won't ever look back on them again after editing this video, but there they are. So anyway, thank you for watching this video, and I hope you will have a great February, and see you next time.